everybody. I just wanted to make a video to thank everybody for all the love and support that you guys have given to myself and Big Daddy throughout this very trying time. A lot of you guys know what happened, but I guess a quick overview is that about 2 months ago, almost like in the beginning of March, we found out that we were pregnant, and then like a week after we found out, we had, I guess, a miscarriage. And then I went to an ultrasound, one of those 3D ultrasound places to make sure it was an ultrasound, since I had the history of the last ectopic pregnancy, and they looked and they said that I had a miscarriage and that there was still just a little bit of blood left in my uterus, and that, it would all come out during my next cycle. But I asked them if they saw anything in my fallopian tube, just to be sure that it wasn't another ectopic pregnancy, and they didn't see anything. So these last couple of weeks, after I told you guys all about the miscarriage, I was just kind of going on about my normal life, working a lot and working out at X Cycle, and I didn't have really any pain or anything like that. So I definitely didn't think that I was still pregnant, or that it could be in my tube. So last Thursday I left X Cycle, and I had been feeling weird in class every day, but I was still able to do it, just not as good as I had been. But that day I thought I did pretty good, and when I left class, I had just this crazy pain in my stomach, but it felt like there was a watermelon in my stomach that wanted to come out. That's the best way that I can explain it. So I tried to make it home, but I couldn't make it home. So I stopped at McDonald's, and that was where I kind of almost passed out in the bathroom. I was on the floor and I couldn't really breathe, and I was really dizzy, and I called 911, and they came and they took my blood pressure, and I told them about the history of what had happened before, and they said that if I was internally bleeding, that that my blood pressure wouldn't have been so good. So they sent me home, and my mom and my sister came up there with me, and they took me home. And then when I got home, I guess I had 2 seizures at home, and then that was when they called 911 again, and then 911 came, and they told me that they could tell something was wrong with me because of they said I wasn't, I looked like a different color or something, I don't know. And then we went to the hospital, and I think I had 2 more seizures in the first room that I was in, and my family saw me, my family and Big Daddy saw me, they said my eyes were rolling in the back of my head, and my body was shaking. And then they did an ultrasound, and then after they did the ultrasound, that was when they saw that I was still pregnant, and it was a ruptured ectopic pregnancy. So they told me that I was hemorrhaging, and that they had to do emergency surgery. The first ectopic pregnancy that I had, my tube didn't rupture. We caught it before it did, but they still had to remove it because that's just what they had to do. I don't know. Anyway, so after I found out about this time, I got really upset, and kind of lost it a little bit, and I was trying to text my friends to see if they could cover my clients for me. And So then I guess that was when I had like the last seizure, which was really bad. I guess I don't have any recollection of any of them, so I don't really know. But that was, I guess I had like I was like foaming at the mouth and body convulsing, and I passed out, and I was passed out for I guess like 2 minutes, and when I woke up there was like 15 doctors like all over me, and like my family was like crying and losing it, and I don't know. Anyway, so at that point, that was when they decided to move my surgery forward, because they had been like pushing it back, and they said that I had lost like 2 liters of blood and that they had to do a blood transfusion. Yeah, so they did the surgery. They took my other tube, so now I don't have any fallopian tubes, so I can only conceive through IVF, which is, fine, I guess. So yeah, that's where we are with things. My recovery is supposed to be a month, but obviously I have to work because of what I do for a living. I can't not work, so I'm gonna take it easy, but I'm still available. If there's something that I can't do, I will pass it off to other friends. But yeah, I basically just wanted to make this video because you guys have all been so supportive, and I've never felt this amount of love and support, and it really does mean the world to me, and it really is helping me get through this. So even if I don't respond, it's not because I don't want to talk to you or I didn't see it. More than likely I saw it at least come across my screen, even if I didn't open it yet. But sometimes it's hard for me to go through the whole thing. But I'm so grateful for all of your prayers and thoughts and well wishes and all of the kind words about my strength and inspiration. And when we lost our first pregnancy in 2013, I never really had an intention on sharing that with the world because it was so hard. When we had the second loss, which was the first ectopic, I didn't really plan on sharing that either. But when I got out of the hospital, Big Daddy had posted that I was in the hospital, and it was just easier at that point to tell everybody what was going on as opposed to, whatever. But in sharing that, I learned that, this whole fertility struggle is something that most women don't talk about. Most women who experience it don't talk about, and it can be really lonely. So I share with you guys because I hope that my struggles will bring awareness to someone else, even if it's someone who doesn't have those struggles, but you may know someone who does. It is real and it is hard, and I hope that you can be there for the people in your life who deal with it, because it's not easy. And if you are someone who's struggling with it, you're not alone. And although at this current moment in time I'm not able to see the light at the end of this tunnel, I know that there is one, and I know that I'll be able to see it soon. But yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. I love you guys. I'm excited to go back to work because I think it'll help me. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna hang in there. I'm very happy that I am still here, obviously, since apparently I could have not been. The hardest thing about it is that I don't have any of the things that cause ectopic pregnancy. I basically am just unlucky in this situation. They said that my tubes must just have been small, too small for the egg to pass through on both sides, and that's why each time it was unsuccessful. They also think that I may have been pregnant with twins, and that's why I possibly experienced a miscarriage and an ectopic pregnancy all during one little situation. They didn't know for sure, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to hang in there though. So I really, truly, truly, truly do appreciate all of the love. Like, even if you just sent a message that says I'm thinking of you, it means the world to me. My family has me on 24-hour surveillance, so I'm okay. I'm hanging in there. Every day I get a little bit better. I'm not always, obviously 100% yet. Sometimes I get still, because of the blood transfusion, I guess I have to take a lot of iron pills, and I think after a while I'll feel back to normal, but right now it's still in and out. Some days I'm good and some days I'm not, but I am mobile. I think because I experienced this pain physically before, as far as like my surgery, even though my surgery was more invasive this time, I'm able to get around a little bit better because I know what the pain feels like and know that I can get through it. So yeah, thank you guys so much, friends, clients, people that just follow me, everybody. I can't thank you enough. And like I said, if you know someone that's going through anything that deals with fertility, like, just give them a hug. Because it can really help sometimes, because like I said, it feels really lonely sometimes. But yeah, we're gonna be okay, and I will continue to keep you guys updated on this journey, because I'm pretty sure I'm destined to be a mother. So one way or another, I will accomplish that. And I thank you guys for your love and support throughout everything. Hi guys.